Hello, this is Pablo Rodriguez from Telefónica. I'm going to present Sci-Fi's use case for 3-tier GE deployment on multiple sites. The target stakeholders for this showcase are developers and technology providers willing to offer their distributed services. As you can see here, developers play the role of content providers or service providers, application developers in general, startups, SMEs, etc. While technology providers are developers of generic or specific enablers, either they are 5PPP members or not. With respect to innovation points, we think one of the differentiating points of this showcase is the use of blueprint templates that help developers to define the tiers comprising their applications of services. By tiers, we mean those different distributed software layers or components that build up the applications or services. And with this, in only a few steps, developers may specify what to deploy, where, the data center of Sci-Fi node, and how, by means of recipes to install and set up software in each of those tiers. And that's true even for a single application that is distributed across several data centers. Besides, the use of a novel network controller allows the dynamic configuration of networks in order to connect such application tiers that are distributed across the different data centers, doing that in a secure way, thus preserving the data protection across the federation. The benefits of these deployment and connectivity features are, on the one hand, that developers have a fine-grained control of the targeted and customized deployment of their applications across federated Sci-Fi nodes. And this is also a benefit for the infrastructure owners, because developers manage deployments themselves. On the other hand, this allows developers to fulfill some special requirements regarding the specific location of components. For example, when personal data must be stored in the same country of the user. Here we can see a storyboard for this showcase, which is divided in 5 scenes that we are going to see onwards. First, developer designs a 3-tier architecture application, typically a client tier, an application tier, and a data tier. Then, developer defines the deployment of such application, specifically where to deploy across the different data centers, where to deploy each of the tiers. Maybe developers may decide to deploy the application tier in one of the nodes, probably following some recommendations, in this case due to performance or reliability of such node. But the data tier may be deployed on a different data center and different Sci-Fi nodes. In this case, to satisfy some legal or data protection constraints. Then, developer uses Path Manager GE to define blueprint templates that specify which are the application tiers, which are their location on data centers, and what are the recipes to install software in them. Then, Sci-Fi's network controller automates the creation of an inter-tier cross-node secure communication VPN between data centers. Finally, user accesses the application transparently to the internal distribution of the software tiers. To summarize, this use case demonstrates the power of Sci-Fi as enabler for a real distributed computing at the reach of every application developer. With tools like Path Manager, developers can easily manage themselves distributed deployments of their 3-tier applications.